And good morning. It is closing in on 22 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning from the Roswell Refuge, Lauren Neumann back with us, and Michelle Hannes as well. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
How are you guys doing today?
We're good. We're glad
Good.
to be here.
Yeah, it's been a couple months since I've had a chance to talk to everyone at the Refuge here. How's the summer been? Is it? I guess no news is good news for a lot of times, but generally speaking, you guys are unfortunately almost always full or near capacity here. So, how's the summer months been? Has it been pretty busy at the Refuge?
It's been busy.
Yeah,
our shelter has been very busy. We've been working on a lot of different things. You know, being away and now really being back in person with individuals.
Sure.
It's, you know,
kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Our shelter remained open, during the pandemic.
Yeah,
so
COVID couldn't stop that. I mean, domestic violence does not care
Still keeps going.
about spreading diseases or things like that. And so the top priority it has been and always remains providing a safe place for individuals that seek it. And that doesn't change despite COVID. You just got to go crazy with the precautions and mask up and scrub everything and do all that fun stuff. So
That's right. March 1, we brought our in-person groups back for the offender program.
Okay.
So we've been very busy.
good.
Yeah.
And that's great. And that's important because this is something we've talked about, just about every time we have the Refuge on the radio. When we talk about domestic violence, it really is a cycle. Odds are pretty good that people that are abusers were probably abused themselves when they were younger, and that's the cycle we're talking about. And so the abusers program, which Lauren is talking about here, really, people. Not everybody's bad, and even though people do bad things, it doesn't mean sometimes you don't know better.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's we're easy to vilify an abuser, and let's face it, in many cases we're not wrong here on these. But what I'm saying is, if all you know is what you know, and that's what you're doing, is it wrong? And yes, in the societal thing, but in your head, is it? And that's where okay, you realize this is not. And then when that comes to the healing part for them and their repentance. And I imagine at some point, I don't have experience on this side, but I'm guessing it's very much like dependency when they go through like AA or those kind of things. And part of that is making amends for the things they've done in the past. And I'm guessing there's a lot of that going on as part of that program too.
Yes, there's a lot of taking that accountability for those behaviors you've done,
But yeah, and it's easy for us to vilify, and we got to say, well, but wait a minute, we can. We all want to believe in second chances too, and if we can do that, then why not? That's what breaks the cycle. And so I'm sorry, I know Michelle was about to say something. I just talk when I hear dead air.
No, you're fine. And another thing is, it's like you said, it's breaking the cycle, and you're replacing your bad ideas and things like that, and your actions with good actions.
Sure.
So it's a lot easier to break that cycle.
Sure, because I imagine, and in the abuser's head, they're not looking at it as abuse. They're like, well, it's discipline. It's there's probably another 10 different where they've rationalized it as something else.
Absolutely, the obfuscation of, she was yelling at me. She didn't fold my laundry correctly. She's critical.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't realize
that blame,
that's part of your control and part of this is part of that
on
cycle.
the inside of why are you reacting that way?
Yeah.
One of the main things that we go over with our guys and gals in offender groups and even, clients on the other side is you have to be able to control your reactions and how you behave. We can't control our partners. We can't, make them robots and program them to do what we want. So controlling yourself and being a good reflection is very important.
Sure.
For a healthy relationship.
Well, think of it, and we all can relate to this, and I'm going to try to give an example where I think people could. It's like you watch, like say you watch a movie or watch something and you see the revenge is kind of the plot, and you're rooting for the good guy who's technically the bad guy and all that. But what I mean is, like, if you feel like something's wronged you or wronged something, your head, you're not looking at it as you're doing evil. You're trying to right a justice.
That's right.
And now, granted, it's easy to get that to but you fouled me. You know, I mean, it's like, but this is what we're talking about. This is where the disconnect is. And that's where this offenders support group can really maybe,
Let's
shift
give you the
those.
tools to work through certain things.
And that's something we all have to work on. I don't care who you are in life. This is, some of us may not get to that extreme in our thinking, but we all have those tendencies, I think, in one way, shape, or form. If you're passionate about something or you have an invested interest in something, you're going to defend it or you're going to be passionate about it. And sometimes passion turns into anger and hate and some of those other sides of it. And I'm not justifying it. I'm just trying to put an understanding on it, and now that we understand it, let's see how we can fix it. And
absolutely,
and that's what the offender group is really all about. So
we're there to help.
So I'm hoping there's people that maybe are listening that maybe they see them, because this is a volunteer program. I mean, yes, you have people that are court ordered, but you can voluntarily be a part of this. There's nothing making you come to this. So if you
and it's free if you're self-referred.
Yeah.
Just pick up the phone. You can call me at the office. It's 624-3222, and we'll schedule an intake. We'll go over, what are those patterns you're seeing? What are those behaviors?
I would, especially if maybe you yourself were abused as a child or younger, or have gone through this, and now you're like seeing, some of these anger feelings and things. Please come to this meeting.
It's normal.
Yeah,
and we can help change those behaviors.
Absolutely. And it is definitely for men and women.
Okay.
We don't want people to think that men are the only abusers out there.
It's easy for us to categorize that.
Yeah. It is.
Absolutely, but to be honest, I think the numbers slowly are changing a little bit. I mean, we are seeing, I'm sure it's still male dominated, but we're seeing higher numbers or where the female is the abuser in a relationship.
Well, you're looking at 1 in 3 women and 1 out of 4 men have experienced some sort of physical violence by an intimate partner. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's right up there.
Yeah.
And the more men that speak out, it's also helpful.
Sure. And also remind folks, when we talk about domestic abuse and domestic violence, it's not always about hitting either. It's not just physical.
Exactly.
Remind that part to you. If you're
the mental, the verbal, the emotional. I mean,
those are the bigger scars.
The economic,
that you don't see necessarily. I mean, it's easy to see a black eye and start wondering, but it's hard to see a broken heart or a broken, just a broken spirit.
And you can imagine in group when you're sitting there for 52 weeks. If you're apprehensive, you've been court ordered, I didn't do this, I'm not a bad person. And then 11 weeks in, we start to see that little puff of, the JetBlue commercial, a little puff of smoke that
you're breaking down the walls.
Got it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have been emotionally abusing my partner. I have been economically abusing my partner. And sometimes they don't know that they are being abusive. And other than physical.
Is it generally like a certain thing that kind of puts the final crack in that armor in your experience, like when you go through? Because I would imagine there's got to be something that hits them in the feels that finally breaks through there, whether it's seeing a reaction from a child or, you know what I mean? I imagine it's something that this person really holds near and dear to their heart, and they see that they've affected that. I mean, is that pretty common before you get the light bulb moment?
When we get the power and control wheel going, and we're explaining, the things and the tendencies that people are doing, to their children, to their partners, and we give examples. We're really good at, explaining how these situations might occur.
Sure.
You kind of look at them and you have to peel back the layers of that onion.
Yeah.
And it's getting through that obfuscation of, oh, she made me do it or he made me do it. It's like, okay, why did you do what you did? Mm-hmm. And then finally when they say it, it's like this
epiphany, just a
moment. Right.
And then it just starts all falling into place.
And then they're able to say, oh my gosh, I've been abusive this way and this way and this way. And then it's all taking accountability for that.
Sure.
And then changing that behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's the balance too, because I imagine
you don't want to slip back.
Well, or the other problem is they fall into depression or start worrying about their own mental health because they're thinking, I'm a monster. Yeah. What the heck, And
we reassure.
Yeah.
That's what this program is built for.
And that's the part you got to get through. It's like, okay, you did some stuff here, you did some bad, but You're breathing. You're still on this earth. We can make amends and make efforts to fix this. Are we going to fix every aspect of your life? Well, not
No.
all of that is
No.
up to you to control. But can you fix every aspect that you can control? Yes, you can.
That power of change we truly believe in.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you can do. And then because we're human beings, everybody's connected to everybody in some way, shape, or form. You got to control what you can control,
That's it.
and hope others do their part.
Yeah. You know, in COVID, I mean, I like to blame a lot on COVID. Sorry,
Sure.
COVID-19.
I'm not sorry.
You deserve it.
But you know, that imaginary shelf.
Yeah.
You think of that, a shelf in the right side of your mind, and you say, okay, I'm going to put all the things that I want to worry about that are out of my control. I'm going to put them on that shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are out of the forefront of my mind. But, you know, tomorrow I may worry about one of those. So I'm going to take it down, worry about it, but I'm going to remember to put it back up.
Gotcha. Don't
and that's
linger
important. Yes. In that visual of, okay, if it's out of my control, I can't really worry about it. I have
Sure.
to worry about the things I can control.
on it. Sure.
And one of them is your attitude, your reaction. It's very important.
Sure.
Putting that best foot forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's and that's the part you learn. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, if it was
No,
easy, we'd
no,
all be cranking this
absolutely.
out.
It's
but
not easy.
but it's a process.
Yes, it is.
And I'm guessing this is a process we as humans work on from the moment we're put on this earth till the moment we're leaving.
And we're born self-centered.
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
spend our entire lives trying to be not self-centered.
Exactly.
So it's like you meet children. I have a 4-year-old little boy, and it's, you know, always all about him, you know, all about me. And I'm like, I understand because you're born that way.
Sure.
So spending your life trying to not be self-centered, but still, you know, have enough backbone
Sure.
to stand up for yourself.
Empathy
you
and do
know?
all the
Yes.
things that we as humans make us human, and
Yeah.
exercising
Yeah.
some of that. And but then that's the balance, because
Yes.
it's like the gambler song. You got to know when to hold them, when to fold them.
That's right.
There's got to be times where you got to focus on you too, and you got to know when it's time to let go of this and focus in on this. And guess what? If you can figure that out, you figured out life, man.
That is it. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
That balance.
You're right, but that's what we're all striving to,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, that's what the offender program, and really that's what the entire Roswell Refuge umbrella is about.
Yes, that
is
victim to survivor mentality.
Yeah.
That giving you the tools and the steps and the help to get to that next place.
Absolutely.
You know, psychology says we all want to balance all the realms of our lives. Man, I have been trying to balance all those realms, and you can never be 100 and 100 and 100.
Sure.
So that's okay. We're 80 today. We'll probably be 20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll just keep, you know, moving forward.
The trick is keep moving forward.
That's
You
it.
keep trying, and
That's
yeah,
right.
there's gonna be days where you did really bad at it, and there's gonna be days you do really good
Yeah.
at it. You
There's
just keep
days
going.
you just had to concentrate on breathing and being there in the moment, and that's all right.
That's
you know?
exactly. It's always moving forward. Something I do want to focus on is the Roswell Refuge. I mean, obviously, there's funding that comes from
Yeah, we're a
state and
nonprofit.
nonprofit.
Yes.
But to be honest, the doors would not be open today.
That's right.
Or will continue to be open in the future without
Our
the
community.
generosity of
Yes.
people. I mean, so many people are kind enough to bring donations of food, of toiletries,
Clothing, absolutely.
bedding, towels,
Yes.
clothes, offering their services, even like luxury,
Volunteering, yes.
you know, like your pampering style services and all the things that we as humans love.
Yes.
Everyone there loves too, and people have been kind enough to donate those materials, and to be honest, it's very much an integral part of the healing and restoring process for the victims of domestic violence. I know we've talked
is,
we've
absolutely.
talked with multiple people about how many times, because let's face it, when a victim comes to the house, they have coping mechanisms that they've used in their life to deal with the abuse, you know, and 9 times out of 10, part of that is isolation and building
Yes.
up walls, shutting out. You know, you
The
can't
trust
you can't let
issues.
emotion in
Yeah.
if you don't let it in. You can't understand if you don't let it in, kind of thing.
That's
So
right.
Absolutely.
so you got to kind of chip away at that and let the humanity come out again. And then sometimes it's seeing those gestures when people that they don't know they don't know them from Adam.
Well, and it
And-
catches you off guard because you're like, why are
Yeah.
you being nice to me? What is
Exactly.
your motive?
Yeah.
That type of thing when you've been let down so many times in your life. I use Michelle in a lot of examples when we're in group together. which is great.
Yeah.
We feed off each other very well.
Sure.
But just, I don't know. It almost makes me speechless that our community has been awesome to
Sure.
us. And we have an event coming up August 14th.
Okay.
It's our first fundraiser for
in the
being back
in the post-COVID
in-
world, or
yes.
whatever you want to call
Exactly.
what we're
back
in right
and
now.
It's exciting.
see our faces, you know. We're really excited. That's going to be Saturday, August 14th
Okay.
from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Fraternal Order of the Eagles has
On
been
Sunset there, yeah.
Yes, has been so gracious to host it for us outside. We'll have hamburgers, hot dogs.
Okay.
We're gonna have watermelon eating contest.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can beat my 4-year-old.
Nice.
That's his thing.
I don't
luck.
know. I'm betting on the 4-year-old. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Maybe because he has smaller teeth, you know, maybe so
And a
with that.
desire to get to the
Yes.
bottom.
We are asking that individuals, if they'd like to bring canned goods, then
Okay.
they can.
Excellent.
Our sheriff, Mike Harrington, and his crew is going to be there.
He's probably on the
We're-
grill. He always ends up by the grill whenever there's
right?
a grill.
Yeah, he's a grilling man. We're just excited. We're going to have water balloons. We're going to have a jumping house.
It's just a camaraderie
Water
come
slide.
out and
Yeah, kind of, you know, like
Celebrate
a last
life.
family thing before summer.
yeah.
And see us, and everything that's donated there goes back
Okay.
to the refuge.
Excellent. So if you'd like to
Yes.
donate canned goods, obviously
Anything, yeah.
monetary donations.
Yeah, it's $5 a person, and
Okay.
kids under 5, I believe, is free. I made the flyer,
Okay.
but it, you know, the brain isn't quite working this morning. I had my
Not enough coffee.
Not enough coffee in
Uh-huh.
this. Now, can they accept like toiletries and all that stuff?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
excellent.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking for hygiene products.
That's
Yeah.
always in
Yeah.
demand
And
because
the family size is good because we're seeing a lot of individuals bringing more than just themselves.
kids
Yeah.
are in
You
tow.
know?
And,
Yes.
and unfortunately, most of the time when someone comes to the home, they're coming literally with the clothes on their back
That's
and, like
right.
you said, kids in tow, and that is it.
Yes,
And-
emergency situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the clothes on their back, the thrift store. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys should see it.
It's
You're gonna have to
amazing.
come.
Remodeled, revamped.
Yes,
It is
the
awesome.
outside has the purple door.
It's going
New
to be like
items.
Macy's thrift store.
It's
I'd be like,
like-
"Ugh."
But I
It's
think
great.
I'm
We're
dressed pretty
excited.
nice today.
Yeah,
And all
absolutely.
this comes from our wonderful store.
Oh,
and I love
modeling and
it.
all the
yes.
attire.
That's
Oh,
it.
you bet it.
Yeah, it's great because the thrift store is a vital part not only for raising funds for the refuge, but it also helps give a leg up to the folks that are in the home.
Absolutely. Our
Everyone-
victims can come in and,
Yeah.
and get clothes.
They get a little shopping spree
yeah.
when they get
and
when they get on
even
their
if
own.
you're out, if you need, you know, work attire or I have a job interview, absolutely call us.
Yeah.
And
We're
it
more
also
than willing
helps
to
when
help.
you're going to court because a lot of these
Yeah.
women and men don't have the outfits they need to go to court
Sure.
through the
Yeah.
domestic
And
issue.
that stuff's expensive.
It is.
Anybody buy dress clothes, even the least
and
expensive
it's
of
one
it's
less
most
thing
expensive.
that is on their shoulders
Yeah.
Yeah.
to worry about.
And to be honest, I don't care who you are. If you're like just out of college and started a business job and you need to go a bunch of suits and stuff, go over there.
Yeah.
You're dropping $300-400 for a suit. You could probably get one for like $20 or something.
Absolutely, or baby clothes. There's nothing. I mean, I just get so excited at the thrift store. I
Yeah,
tell
if you're
Kay all
just
the time, I'm gonna
starting
go
out new
shopping.
and need stuff and
Yeah.
and want nice stuff and not paying new prices
That's
for nice
right.
stuff, go in there and every bit of it helps the refuge.
Yes.
And everything you donate, if it doesn't get used directly by the families there, will be sold there. You partner with other organizations,
Yes.
so some of their folks may come over and shop, and vice versa. You might go hit the Humane Society's thrift store or
I'll
something.
give
You
them
know.
the address.
Yeah.
Yes, our address, where the admin office is, where we do groups, we help with restraining orders. That's also where our SANE sexual assault nurse examiner is. And the thrift store is 1215 North Garden.
Yes.
Look
So
for the
come
big
see us.
purple door.
Yeah, 9
Yes, the
a.m. to
newly
2 p.m. is the thrift store hours.
Okay.
And the admin, we're going back to 5. I'm not sure when.
Okay.
But we're 9 to 3.
9 to 3.
Yes.
Very good. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One of those. We're gonna have to get used to this. And we are looking for a part-time advocate at
Okay.
shelter. So
So if you're looking to want to
please
get
send in your resume. I don't know if I don't think I have the Facebook ad up yet.
Okay.
But I will get it done today.
coming soon.
And a male facilitator.
Yes.
For the offender treatment services.
Excellent. So if you
Yeah.
want to get involved and help out, and
Yes.
especially, I would imagine folks pursuing careers in social work in that
Absolutely.
area, this is
Psychology counseling. It is a great
Great
that's how I got my
experience.
foot in the door.
great opportunities
Yeah.
especially if you're going to college for some of this.
Yes.
I mean, unfortunately, there's probably people that go and get all the degrees and everything, and then get in the industry, and turn out it's not their cup of tea.
That's right.
This kind of gives you a
gives
chance
you an
to see
idea.
the real
It
work,
does.
the real.
It's an enlightenment.
Yeah, and either that's going to strengthen that desire,
Yeah.
or decide maybe I need to get because it's
Yeah.
not for everybody.
No, and I say that in interviews very willingly, and Michelle knows.
You're going to have the highest of highs, but the lowest of
Let's
lows.
observe this first to
Yeah.
see if it's something, because it's not for everyone.
Sure, you're dealing with some rough stuff,
And you're
dealing
taking in that trauma.
Yeah.
But
the beauty part is coming on the other side when you
That's
see
right.
someone come through there and they're at their wits end, they're at their bottom, so to speak, and now you're seeing them 6 months, a year later, and they're independent, they're on their own,
Yeah,
they've
that
got a
gives me
job,
chills. That's great.
they're living life and
Yeah.
doing it the way they want to, and
if they need help, going forward, if they've gone through the program or even, out of shelter, say 6 months down the road and they're needing that encouragement, call us.
it's a
Come back to
swivel door.
group.
It comes back. Yeah, absolutely.
We don't just say, okay, you're on your own.
Good luck to you.
No, like, bye.
Well, and it's, to be honest, it's a community. Because what happens is the folks that probably are not, I say graduates, but that's not the right term. The people that have been there, been a part of it, and are now on their feet, they're coming back and being the example for the people that are there now and showing, and that's the beauty of it, because I imagine so many people that go through and they're like, my life was changed for the better here. I want another woman or another person that's just like me to have that same opportunity.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about. And so if you can help out, come out on the 14th.
Yes.
To the Fraternal Order of the Eagles Lodge. It'll be out in the parking lot, I'm guessing, out front there.
It'll be on the patio area.
Yeah, they got a big area out there out
3201
front.
South Sunset is the address there. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. Hamburgers, hot dogs.
Come out for fun.
Yeah, $5 a person.
And
Kids are
please
free.
bring items, bedding,
baked goods.
toiletries, and like you said, the family size are the most beneficial. The travel size, if you bring them, but generally speaking, you can kind of give those to like the homeless shelter and things, because
absolutely. We share.
they're used, but the family size, because they take this with them, like the towels, the sheets, and stuff that they've been using. They keep all of that. So whenever they go to their next, their first new home or whatever, that's kind of, because obviously when you have a new property, new home, and you have nothing.
You want to collect everything you can.
And by the way, these people aren't sitting with thousands of dollars in their bank because, that if they had that, they probably wouldn't be right there doing this.
Yes.
So this is helping for all that. So if you want towels, bedding, I know. When we talk bedding, I can't remember the size. It's like, is it full or queen?
Well, we actually have, I think we have full queen and king.
Okay, so we got the gamut there.
So an array. I mean, if you're going through what I typically do is I stock up on things. I gradually get to the point, okay, I have 7 sets of sheets. So on Laundry Sunday, I say, oh no, I don't need that many, because that means I have to wash that many, so take those to the refuge.
My wife,
if it's good stuff, or
my wife, we're gonna call it a fetish, but she, I'm not safe in bedding departments of department stores. It's just not a safe space for me because we're running out of there buying something. So, but we've gotten her. I got her now after 20 years of marriage.
Right.
We've got like 2 sets of sheets and bedding that we swap out every week, and so I'm like, we're down to. That's
what we do in my house.
That's it.
We
No
have
moss.
a tan set and a white set.
Yes.
That's it.
We got a blue set and a gray set. That's it.
Kate
no
has
moss.
a red twin set.
And so the rest, vamonos, because you can't open a closet without quilts or.
Yes, I suddenly hear my honey say, well, I opened this pantry today and something fell out. Why are you opening the pantry? Are you cooking? No, okay.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Old
It's a
homes
trap.
don't
You open
have-
it.
Absolutely.
We both live in older homes, Michelle and I both, and there's no closet space.
No.
So it's like slim pickings.
That's right.
3 shirts,
Yeah, you got to get creative with you.
The refuge.
Absolutely, but that's and so please, if you like to donate foods and canned goods, I always, this is something we got time. It's a little, because obviously you guys get some money supports and things, but generally speaking, it's earmarked for specific items and things, especially when it comes to food and things like that. There's certain like they can buy like ingredients to make a cake, like the flour and but you can't just buy a cake, or you can't just, because that's it's just the rules, the way it is. So, and now the ladies love, the people, I say ladies, the people in the home, they love to do this stuff. So that's not a bad thing. But if you're like, hey, I just want you to have a treat. And so if you want to come up there with like a big thing of Kit Kat bars or a big thing of cake or cupcakes or something like that.
For movies. We've seen a lot of individuals even drop off. I think last year, the year before, we had people bring cake mixes so they could all make cakes together for the birthdays. And stuff like that, you know.
It's those little things mean a lot.
They turn the home into like a family home. That's what it is. There's kids there, and obviously we're getting into the fall season, which a lot of holidays coming up.
Blankets.
Think about that too. And I know this is something I want to put on people's radar too, which you can start now. If you'd like to start buying toys and stuff for kids,
that's a good
around the holidays here, they do Christmas and they do all that, and they do it just like your Christmas and have a tree with presents and everything. And there's kids in the home, and I'm not going to lie, there's nothing sadder than a tree on Christmas Day with kids there and there's no presents under the tree for them. That's the biggest. So that's what. So put that on your radar too. Maybe hold them right now, because like you said, we don't want to keep all this. We got food and everything there, but think about that here in the. What about like back to school supply? I know we're kind of starting all that, but can they drop that stuff off for your kids and stuff? Could you use that? Or
they can.
Okay,
I think our book bags went fast.
Okay.
They came in and they were gone.
So they can always be, because these are things that are used all the time. The crayons, pencils.
And they use them every day.
Sure.
Yes, they can definitely drop those items off at 1215 North Garden.
And don't forget the teenagers too, because sometimes there's teenage kids and things. So I know we always think about cool little toys, but the toys or gadgets and things that older kids make up for the boys. I don't know, sports stuff, things like that.
I saw someone had donated one time this tiny little drone. And I thought it was the coolest thing. It was like a pocket drone. I was like, wow. What else are they going to come out with?
I don't know, but I wish I had some of that when I was a child.
Right?
I was talking about rewinding tape decks.
My parents we were just talking about that earlier. Pencils, and we were same goodie.
If you want to record your own songs, you had to plug those two little holes.
It's kids. They got
and
it easy
remember
these days.
Our shelter number, our crisis. This is the crisis hotline. 24/7, 365 is 575-627-8361.
Yes, that is a number.
Please reach out to us.
And
shelter.
Don't forget, you are in control of that entire conversation. So if you call that number, everything is up to you. If you just want an ear to bend, that's what it's there for.
And confidential.
And it's all in confidential.
Yes.
If you're ready to break away from the situation you're in, they can help you that. Even if you're a person that you yourself, they're not abused, but you're suspecting something and you don't know how to handle this, call that number. There is advice for you too, because the worst thing you can do is ignore it. That's
we got to break that chain.
Yeah,
we can only do it together.
Good news is we're getting better. Like if you would have had this conversation 20 years ago, it's still in the dark shadows.
It's still very taboo.
It is.
No one wants to talk about domestic violence.
But it's way better than we're making progress.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
I would like to say
up helps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe in 20 years from now, we're talking about it like we talk about every other thing in our life,
right.
hopefully. But in the meantime, keep supporting, keep helping. And like you said, if anything we talked about here, if you're an offender and you're listening and you're kind of thinking, please reach out. This is the whole point of the Roswell Refuge and everything involved with it is to help these victims and to break this cycle.
And we don't pass judgment. We don't.
You've probably seen everything and heard everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to fix the situation. And you mentioned Sane Other. That's another great program that's part of the
Kim
Roswell
Hanson's
Refuge
wonderful.
umbrella. When you can help support through there too. Hopefully we're having 70s dances pretty soon to help them out.
We are gearing up for that. We had a fundraiser meeting 2 days ago.
Good.
So we have a lot of fun things planned.
Now, those, for you don't know, those are the people that help directly the folks, victims of sexual assault, sexual violence, medically first.
Yes, the rape kits, the investigation. Kim Hansen heads that.
Yeah.
She's also the provider at FHL.
Mm-hmm.
She is wonderful.
She's amazing.
Absolutely. And then they work with police if the victim would like to collect evidence and things for prosecution.
Absolutely.
But again, the ball is in the court of the victim the whole way there. Whatever the victim feels comfortable with,
Yeah,
that's
they're not
what happens.
pressured.
Yeah, it's all you call the shots on how things are happening there.
And
But
visit us on Facebook. Love Shouldn't Hurt is our offender treatment page.
okay,
We
you
have
can
a
always
thrift
just
store
type
page.
up Roswell
Yeah.
Refuge and you'll see all of them there.
Yes,
I think.
RoswellRefuge.org.
And like and follow because like and then too.
And Thrift Store has stuff listed on there now.
Oh, good. So you can do a little
Yeah.
window
Oh, yeah.
shopping virtually
Yes.
before you come down or
Yeah,
hold it.
Diane has been doing a great job.
And if you'd like to donate, please call ahead, especially some bigger items. If you got bigger items,
way we
then
can
call.
make room.
Yeah, that way
Yeah.
we can make sure there's space or things.
Yeah.
And I know delivery, pickup. Some arrangements can be made, but you got to call ahead and talk about that.
We'll
It's
figure it
all-
out. I mean, our hubbies and we got some trucks in our small little
Mm-hmm.
circle, but we're not furniture movers, but
We'll figure it out.
But we play
We'll
one on
try.
TV.
we'll try.
Yeah.
That's all we can do is just
Excellent.
keep helping.
And folks, and again, give out the hotline number one more time. If you are a victim, if you just have questions, if you want information because you suspect something, this number is available to you 24/7.
627-8361.
Very good. Now,
Yeah.
do you have the office number handy? If
I do.
any other business?
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Any other business?
It's 624-3222.
Okay, so if you want to ask about thrift store donations or
Call the admin office. That's
Okay.
the 3222 number.
yeah, don't call
Yeah.
the hotline with that. Call
Yeah.
that number.
Yeah,
for
they'll
those
direct
questions.
you back. They'll give you the
They
right
will,
number.
but-
We'll get you figured out. I wish we had, just a transfer button, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Maybe one day someone will donate us one building. We
There
can
you
just all
go.
be together.
That'd be
So,
nice.
Right? Just walk down the hall.
There you go. But till then, this is what we got. Here.
That is, and we make
Awesome.
it good.
Is there anything we missed? Anything we wanted to share that we just?
Leslie is probably listening to this and thinking, "Oh, Lauren, you didn't mention this," but that's okay because I
We'll get you
think
next
we
time.
got it all.
And then
Okay,
also
good.
put it on your calendars here. I know it's August and everything, but October's right around the corner.
It is
Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And obviously the Refuge is very involved in doing just that, raising awareness and
We'll have our candlelight vigil as well.
good.
We
Putting
do
a-
that every year. We weren't able to last year, because of COVID.
COVID, that
So-
darn COVID again.
Yes.
That's
so
it.
having
It's
to
so
cancel.
exciting to be able to do
Yeah,
all
we're-
this.
Sure, the normal stuff that you signed on to do
Yeah.
and do all that.
We want to do all the things at once, but we'll get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then don't forget, August 14th, the Fraternal Order of the Eagles. What time?
Yes.
Noon to 5? Is that what
Noon
you
to
said?
5.
Noon to 5.
Yeah.
Come out ready. Come out
Bring
hungry.
a towel. We'll have water balloons.
Yeah, and bring
It'll be fun.
Bring
your
cash, bring
family.
canned goods, bring items to
Yeah.
donate.
We'll have baked goods too. We're gonna bake.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And if you really want to get like, hey, I heard them on the radio, but what can you call the Refuge and
Yeah,
they'll be
we'll
happy to
Oh, yeah.
tell you what
Yeah.
things are more in demand. I will tell you this: they can always use the toiletries. They can always use the bedding and towels and all because that's a constant replenishing of supply
Yes,
there. So
it
if
is.
you bring that, at no point will they say no. We got too many of those.
Yeah.
So.
And we appreciate even in the COVID side where we weren't able to take in donations, we appreciate the community for thinking about us.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah, keep thinking. We're now we're gonna take and
Yeah.
now we can start taking some of it back.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, and we'll see you guys next time.
All
okay?
right, thanks.
All right. Don't
Thank
work too
you.
hard. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
I know it's only Wednesday, but I'm thinking
That's
weekend
okay.
already.
It's Friday. Halfway there.
That's right. We can. I think Wednesday you're officially allowed to say happy. I think at that point because that's Hump Day, right?
Hump
You're like,
Day.
yeah.
You're right
I like
there.
Tuesday. Tuesday's like my favorite day. And then it's like, can I skip to Friday, please?
Right.
I'm weird. It's fine.
I know. I
Fine.
get you. I
Yeah.
understand completely. I've been trying to pitch that we need to flip it. We have a 2-day work week and then off 5 days. So our weekends are work weekend and then I'm off 5 days.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I would get too comfortable with that.
I
Because
would.
I'm going to do more at home.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. But
It's
at least
like-
I feel like I'm in control of it. I know
Yes.
I'm not, but I
Yes.
feel like I am.
But then that first day back, no matter what day it would be a Monday.
Yeah,
So
that's
It's like coming
true.
back from vacation. You're like, crap.
Yeah, but then there's Monday and Friday's the next day.
Yeah.
So how awesome is that?
it's true.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. It is 8:55.